Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Junior.
And I'm Emperor Cusco.
And we're
the Nerdy Bros. We just weren't going to do the clap?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking out of it. And I'm the Nerdy Bro.
Yeah. We usually do a clap that obviously none of the audience ever hears the clap, but Junior says it helps him with the audio once he goes to...
It's just to sync the video and the audio. I don't know what's here, but now the dogs are going crazy upstairs.
I know... I feel like I'm seeing this for the first time. I know, obviously, you set up the shot with the camera that I'm now staring into, but from where I'm standing, it looks like the microphone, which just looks like a giant hairball that sits on top of it. It's like right in front of the lens.
Well, let's hope it's not.
Well,
because that'll ruin the shot.
Well, I just said, you set up the shot, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's not there. But that's what I'm saying. This is just the first time I'm noticing it just looks like it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're dressed up today. Like Junior said we would be.
Because it's a couple days from Halloween.
Yeah. When this comes out, it'll be 2 days before Halloween.
Yeah.
I work on Halloween. I'm not dressed
up.
up.
It's coming out today.
It's coming out today.
So it's 3 days from Halloween.
Hey, guys, we're late.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not pregnant.
Recorded today, and it's being put out today because we didn't do it last night.
We did not. It's my fault, guys.
Anyway, let's just get into stuff. I have nothing to say. I just wanted to sit on my ass and play video games, and instead I'm doing this.
Yay!
I haven't played video games in months.
Yeah.
So now I'm into video games
right now. You've been glued to your PS5.
Yeah.
Which you
I
did
got
have.
a PS5 last week.
I was about to say, did you have it when we did last week's podcast or no?
No, because it didn't come out until Thursday or Friday, which was after the podcast came out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've had
so Junior has
had
a
it
PS5.
less than a week. Yeah, so I finally got a PS5 almost a year later after the initial release.
Yes, the waiting is over.
Yeah, we finally got to play Demon Souls together.
Yeah,
but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Weird. This isn't even a segue. This is just a weird thing. Do you think Cusco is like an Aztec king? Is that what you?
No, he's Inca.
He's Inca?
Yeah, I think he's South American, not from Mexico.
Well, normally when I wore this to a costume last week, and
you wore this to a costume? You mean a party?
Yeah, I wore this to a costume party last week, and my hair was straightened, and I looked the part. When I originally wore this when my mom first made it, I even had the. Not earrings. It was rubber band attached to a fabric that I then put around my ear, which was extremely and excruciatingly painful all night. But half the party was just Cusco from the Emperor's New Groove, and the other half would randomly start bowing to me, and I was just like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "Oh, aren't you a Mayan king or something?" I was just like. And then I had to ask, I was like, is he I mean, I knew he was royalty, but I guess I don't think they ever say where he's from. So I was just like, I'm just Cusco from the Emperor's New Groove. Does not everybody know that?
Yeah. And then people were, you should have been David Spade as Emperor Cusco.
So I have to cut my hair short, bleach it, then blonde it, and then get a porn stash?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm David Spade as Emperor Cusco. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. Anyways, guys, kick things off right. We start off with the segment of the show known as Junior's Hot Take. This is a part of the episode where we talk about something new and upcoming and Junior's Hot Take and hot opinion on it. And Junior, we just got a super interesting trailer for it's just called Lightyear.
Yeah.
For a Disney Pixar animated new film about I don't what do you want to say, Buzz Lightyear's origin, or if he was a real person and not a toy.
I think this is I wouldn't say origin because we already know the character Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, but I think they never once reference in the Toy Story movies that Buzz Lightyear is based off of
a real person.
Person.
Well, obviously, yeah. Because the movies are based in the 80s or 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Well, I mean, yeah. So it's not referenced in the movie, but obviously they had the show, and then they had the cartoon animated movie
They
where
did
he's
have
like
the show.
where
and the
he's an
animated.
actual space ranger.
Yeah.
So, but like, so you know what I thought of? I thought I thought of that thing where what the hell was it called? Space Force. You know what I'm talking about?
Spaceballs?
No, Space Force. This is a real thing that was talked about, like on
Oh,
the
yeah,
news,
yeah. Space Force.
where
Yeah.
everyone thought
I watched
terrorists.
the show.
Well, no.
The Steve Carell.
Oh yeah. Well, that was making fun of the real thing that was talked about, where everyone just assumed terrorists were gonna land on the moon and build weapons of mass destruction up there. So we needed Space Force. Because you know what? I almost would have gotten behind it because I wholeheartedly believe.
I mean, Space Force is a real thing. They're part of the Air Force. They exist.
But not like, yeah, but we don't have like Space Marines where we're mounting like
They're
rail
not, well,
guns.
they're not called Space Marines. They're called something else.
Are they? Okay. Are they called like Space Rangers?
I honestly have no idea what the Space
Anyways,
Cadets,
that's what the movie, or I guess the trailer kind of gave me like vibes from, like if we actually had like a Space Force, like this is what they would do.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you get to see like because for most of the trailer, he's just in like something that like an astronaut would wear, like training gear that way. And it looks fine. And then I actually think it looks weird when they finally.
United States Space Command.
So it's called Space Command. Oh no, the Buzz Lightyear's is called Star Command, not Space Command.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they finally show like what Buzz Lightyear wears. But don't you think it looks weird?
Like the actual Buzz Lightyear costume.
His actual costume, like
No,
it
gave me chills.
It
That
gave you
entire
chills?
trailer gave me chills.
it kind of seemed a little silly for me.
The only thing I don't know. It's not. I won't say that I don't like it because
Don't mind me just having a wardrobe malfunction.
you and I talked about a wardrobe malfunction. Is your nipple out? No, we talked about how obviously Tim Allen voices Buzz Lightyear in the cartoon. Well, this is also cartoon, but in the Toy Story movies, and we were like, they must have not reached out to him because they were like, well, this is Buzz Lightyear, the human Buzz Lightyear. So he's being voiced by Chris Evans. And I was like, I don't know how I was like, that's kind of cool. But then I was like, I don't know how I feel about that because we've obviously grown up with Buzz Lightyear being Tim Allen.
And now we've got Captain America voicing him.
Right. And it's almost just like they could have just, why didn't they just pick somebody else? Like start using other actors that aren't out there,
Give more recognition to others.
Yeah. Yeah, just like just another actor. Like Chris Evans has been Captain America for 15 years or whatever.
Yeah, and wasn't he trying to get out of being him because I thought he wanted to switch to directing.
Yeah,
he wanted to be over being an actor.
Yes, he was trying to get out of being Captain America, and I was like, dude, no.
Well, now he's out. Yeah,
it's we'll find a way and kill you off, but
give us a second.
Yeah, you're not Ant-Man. You're integral to this story, so you can't just get out. But yeah, now he's voice acting Buzz Lightyear. I don't know. It could have been somebody else.
I don't know. When they did the suit reveal, it was almost it almost seemed like the suit reveal of Master Chief or the Marine from Doom.
Well, it looked like there was Zerg bots on the side, so I'm wondering if he ends up on a planet where. But it's isn't Zerg a robot? The Zerg bots, you don't ever really
evil
know
Emperor Zerg. Yeah, he does seem like he's a
robot.
Yeah,
unless he's a small alien inside of this robot suit or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know Zerg's origin story, but he is pure evil.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no idea where they're gonna take the direction or what the plot of the movie is gonna be at all. But I don't know. I just seem like the Space Ranger suit is too colorful for being it's perfect as Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story and being a children's toy with all the colors and stuff. But if you just think about it realistically, if this is a military thing and then you make a space suit for them, I don't think it would be that colorful. Most of the stuff
So if you're in the army, you're called the soldier.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the Marines, you're called a Marine. If you're in the Navy, you're called a
Sailor.
If you're in the Space Force, you're called a Guardian. They're Space Guardians.
So now they're Guardians.
They're Space Guardians.
Really? They went with Guardian?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wingardium.
When
Yeah. Space Guardian, baby. Doesn't it make you want to join?
No.
Okay.
It just not.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I swear that's probably like them thinking like I'm a guardian angel or something from space.
Who the fuck knows?
Uh,
Who the fuck knows why some of these things are done though? And you know what? If you're out there and you're a guardian, reach out. Let us know. Tell us to fuck off or something.
or tell us how you feel about the term guardian.
If I was called a guardian, I'd feel cool about it. You're not going to be like, I think this is stupid. You obviously joined for a reason.
Okay, here, like, yeah, but just to like, it's like the title itself for like what you're actually like. Again, we're not mounting railguns on the moon or anything. Like, I don't really feel like we have the amazing technology that would come with.
We don't own the moon.
A space
That's
guardian.
the thing.
I don't think anybody does.
I don't think that you're allowed to just be like, we're gonna put guns on the moon, and they're gonna be aimed at countries that we don't like. It's like. The moon is part of the Earth, and we don't own.
That's when the moon
Earth
people come out and the Transformers arise on the dark side of the moon, and we realize we're not alone.
I already know that we're not alone. There's no way that we're alone.
Hell no. Aliens. That's nerdy. Do a whole episode on... No, I don't know enough.
Alien hunting.
Yeah. I saw that on TV last night, too. Let's check in on our old pal Squid... Okay, I'm done with that.
SpongeBob, the aliens would like to have a word with you.
I was just thinking of the episode. Won't Sandy be proud? Sandy, I'm back. He just lands.
He's on the moon. Yeah. Stupid.
Hey, who turned the heavy back on?
Why, SpongeBob? Why?
Oh.
Anyway.
SpongeBob, what are you doing here at night? Whatever it is, it's going on your permanent record.
I don't even know what is happening right now.
We're now just quoting the entire Moon episode of SpongeBob. From Buzz Lightyear to SpongeBob.
That's a small leap.
Yes, it is. It is
Or a giant leap for mankind.
A Moon jokes.
Brought it back to the moon. Brought it back to Buzz Lightyear. Anyway, the movie's called Lightyear. I think only so far, all we know is Chris Evans is in the movie. That's it. And it comes out in 2022, but I don't think there's a release date yet.
Okay.
So that's all we know.
But check out the trailer, guys. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You
know what we should be doing?
What should we be doing?
I just thought about this. Maybe we'll start linking the trailers of the things that we talk about in the hot take.
Ooh.
So that people can just
immediately watch them?
Yeah, a direct link to it.
Okay.
I'm going to start doing that. I just decided.
It's been decided.
I have spoken.
I was just thinking that. Get out of my head.
I have spoken. Also space. Star Wars. Star Whores. Porn. Word association.
A while ago, I think we were talking about how it's just like we still enjoy doing the podcast, and we do like still like some of the episodes that we put out. We've been like a little more nerdier, and sometimes obviously nerdy doesn't have to be funny. It's just kind of information out there and stuff like that. But like a lot of our earlier episodes, there was a lot more laughing, and I know like me and Judah were just talking about. It was like the episodes haven't been as funny anymore as some of like our earlier ones, and then we do this.
Yeah. It helps. It helps when you're a little bit loopy,
or just depressed.
Well, yeah, that helps. Depression.
Oh man,
I just had a monster.
I had mine like 2 hours ago. Anyways, moving things right along, we come to a favorite segment known as
anime is an important part of our culture.
I'm not gonna break my neck this time.
No, well, I literally have to say it in my head now because, and I already screwed it up. Because I need to give you enough time to put the clip in. And as I started doing it, I know that I always move sporadically. And I'm just like, I'm not going to do that because, first of all, this hat barely stays on. And I've got the headphones on to boot, which I already feel that slipping again. So I was just like, if I do it right now, it's immediately just going to go flying everywhere. So then I stopped and then I started talking and laughing and ruined it immediately. So I apologize for that.
Apologize to me.
Celebrate me. So it's Thursday today. Were you giving more than a woman?
I just wrote that out there.
It's just like, what is this? Is it something to do with anime? And
It's just a sign telling you shut up.
more than a woman.
Actually, this is Frank's shirt.
This is. Oh, Juju's wearing an anime onesie though. Technically,
Yeah, I
look
am.
at you. The My Hero movie comes out tomorrow. So get excited about that, people. Hopefully, you guys are all going to go out in droves and see it. Droves is the word. It's not drones, it's droves, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so I did talk about Fairy Tail. 100% did get confirmed for another season coming out. It's called like the 100-year arc. I don't know what the hell it's going to be about at all. I also 100% said last week that I was going to make sure that I looked up all the terms for the different genres of anime so I could speak on them. And I don't know. I literally had a horrible week at work, and then just yesterday when we should have recorded, we didn't. My fault again. Was doing stuff that isn't as important as being here with you guys. And then I don't know. We were lollygagging around this morning. Didn't look any of this stuff up, guys. I feel terrible. I'm sorry. I will look it up. I just didn't do it. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. Though anime-wise, One Piece is just building to all these amazing fights, and now I'm getting to a point where I'm just like, I just need the episodes to all be incredible fights, and this is like, I'm over all these setups. Like, I'm ready for just like the fighting, the amazing action sequences to start. Demon Slayer is still just putting out new episodes. I keep trying to watch the Demon Slayer episodes.
Oh, I haven't even started that.
Just in like succession, just be like, oh, whatever, I'll rewatch it again. And I keep just falling asleep during the movie episodes. 100% was able to stay up in the brand new episode, like episode 1, and these last 2 I've just been like, just immediately conked out. I'm still waiting on a lot of other animes to start back up. I did start watching this one that I don't think I mentioned last week, where it's I think it's like the full name, and there's always like shorter names like in Japanese, but the full name in English is I got to level 99, or I spent 300 years killing slimes, and now I'm level 99. And this is another, I don't want to say like, I don't know, video game-esque.
Sword Art Online.
Video game-esque is kind of like what it is, similar to Sword Art, but it's not a video game. It's she dies, she works herself to death. You just see her like at a computer, and then she just keels over.
Work yourself to death. And
then she like gets revived by like God in this fantasy world where she like God lets her pick like 2 skills or something, and one of them is like immortality and the other one is something else. And she's just like, I just want to, enjoy an easy life of like not doing anything and just having like a good time. Like, I don't want to work hard. And so she settles outside of this village. And every time she walks to the village, she kills like, I don't know, 30 slimes. And then it's been 300 years and she's magically level 99. And now like everyone's taking like interest and notice in her, and she's having to do like all this extra work. But I don't know. It was kind of fun.
But the question is, where is she putting her ability points when she gets to level 99?
She didn't even know that she was leveling up. She like goes to this guild hall,
and they're like, "Holy
you're
shit!"
Like, Jesus Christ, you're level 99. Here are all your skills. So it's just like she's not in a like. Here's the thing: if I get reincarnated into a fantasy world, like that's fine. I don't need to be reincarnated into a fantasy video game world. I'd rather just be able to play in a video, like a virtual reality world, not be reincarnated in both. Like, give me fantasy world or video game world. I don't need it to be both. That just seems silly.
I mean, I feel like most video games are fantasy though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like all the stats and all this random stuff.
Yeah,
like I don't need all of that. Like if I'm already alive in the fantasy world, I don't need to be checking my stats. I feel like that would make you like kind of like a nervous Nelly. Like you wouldn't even be able to enjoy being in a fantasy world because you're too busy like opening up like random menus in your own life trying to figure out like what your stats are at. One or the other. Pick a lane. Pick a lane, anime.
And what else?
So what else?
I'm watching Tokyo Revengers. I just watched episode 22, so I think there's only like 2 episodes left.
You're so close. You're so close. Yes, there's only 2 episodes left.
It was like a whole like flashback episode of like how they put the band together.
Yeah, we're getting the band back together. Kazutora. Yeah, I'll just be at work and I just think of Mikey-kun. I fucking love how they all say their names in Japanese. Great show. Again, if you guys haven't watched it, watch.
Like, our leader will obviously be Mikey, and it's like, why is that obvious?
And he's
They're
like the
all
youngest
like
one,
12.
right?
No, there's like 3 12-year-olds, and then like Draken and like one other person's like 13
Oh, okay.
when they started.
And Draken was raised in a brothel.
And Draken got a tattoo when he was 10.
On the side of his...
Who the fuck said that was okay?
Yeah. Well, I don't think he had any parents. No.
The tattoo artist should have been like, yeah, I'm not going to tattoo a 10-year-old.
That just reminds me of that TikTok of Mo from The Simpsons that just went around. It was just like, I'm sorry, you're underage. I can't serve you any alcohol. I'm here to buy fireworks. Oh, okay, that's fine. Or the Family Guy joke. Hey, is he 18? Jasper, the drinking age is 21. Oh, okay. And then just serve Stewie the drink.
Yeah.
I think that's all I really have. I wanted to do a longer segment based off of like the research that I was supposed to do and then didn't. So
Segment over.
there you go.
All right. Moving along. I've been playing video games.
We're playing a lot.
Demon
of video
Souls.
games.
A lot. I beat it. I'm on New Game Plus. It's way harder on New Game Plus. I'm going for the platinum. I'm 5 trophies away.
I'm also going for the platinum. I'm 3. Are we counting the plat as 1, or do you not count the plat as 1?
No. I only said 5.
Yeah, so
the plat
I'm
just
2
comes.
away. Yeah, the plat comes naturally once you get the other ones.
What do you need? Spells and rings?
Spells and rings, yeah.
Yeah.
To do spells on my spellcaster 1 and rings on my melee class.
Sweet. So yeah, trying to go for the plat on that. Haven't really been. Oh, I've been watching more Dimension 20. The 7. I'm on like the 6th or 7th episode. A battle. I watched a battle episode, and the battle episode isn't over. It's gonna carry into the next one for a little bit.
Which is what they did on the other one too.
Yeah.
Right? Do you like the computer generated versus all like the minis and the large like landscapes that they built?
No. Obviously, the large landscapes are way cooler, but they're trying to figure out a way to do it, I think, without them having to be touching all the minis and stuff because COVID and whatever. I think.
Oh, you think? Okay.
I don't
know if it's because I can't.
It's cool that
computer
they're
generating all
them.
that stuff. You're still paying somebody to do it, right? So it just turns into like what I don't know. I can't just for sure say like one is more expensive than the other. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either, but I feel like the mini models and stuff probably is more expensive than
You think?
because once you have the computer program to do it, you just do it.
Well, but I think the most expensive part about doing the minis would be like the labor, like paying the person to make them. Like once
Yes,
they're made,
but
it's good to
somebody
go.
probably works there that works on computers, and they also probably have an art department.
Yeah,
that
for
does
sure.
it that would do all the models and stuff. I'm just saying, I think the models are cooler.
Yes, 100%.
The online shit that you get to see is cool, but I don't know. Either way, I've been watching that. I've been playing video games, and I don't know. We watched the new episode of Scream for last week, which was dope. I'm excited for this new episode that comes out on Friday.
I was so grossed out at the beginning.
We haven't watched.
Made me want to throw up.
We haven't watched Dune yet. We haven't watched the new 007 movie yet either. And
we didn't get to watch the new episode of Chucky.
And
yet
we
either.
haven't watched the new episode of Chucky yet. And other than that, I don't think I've really watched any. I don't think I've watched any movies. I watched Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny yesterday,
Great
I've already
movie.
seen that. It was just funny.
I was awoken to
that's
Junior's
about it.
laughter.
What about you?
Also, I think just mainly Demon Souls. I don't think I've pertained to watching anything else yet besides just keeping up with the random animes that I like watch. But would you be excited if Dimension 20 went obviously from the minis? Because now that they're computer generating stuff, what if it also kind of turned into like Harmon Quest, where
if they animated everything, that would be completely separate.
Yeah.
That's a different. If they animated everything, that would be amazing.
Are you excited for the Critical Role?
Yeah, the Vox Machina.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Do you think they're going back through like all their campaigns and like are animating that into a show, or do you think it's gonna be
It's
like
gonna be a brand new campaign.
Do you think okay? But here's the thing: do you think they're gonna like play, or do you think it's just scripted out?
Nah, I think they're gonna play.
You think they are? Okay.
Yeah. Well, then maybe you're right. Maybe they will go back and animate.
Well, that's what I said. Like
stuff.
if I mean, it'll be.
Well,
like,
who knows? Maybe they're not playing at all. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just going to be a Vox Machina show,
I'd
and
be
they're just
fine
going to
with
be
that.
voicing characters.
Like I think the idea of like playing and animating it, kind of like we've talked about the show Harmon Quest, that Dan Harmon did, which is just kind of like them live action role playing in front of an audience, and then after the fact they animate the like stuff that happens, and that's not always necessarily battle sequences. Sometimes it's just animating just funny shit that's just happening throughout the episode. So, like if they did all that, I'm fine with it. I mean, I get like super excited, not just for the minis, like whenever we watch Dimension 20, but also like when you just get to see like everybody's drawing, because the drawings of their characters are phenomenal. Like who's ever in that art department is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of Demon Souls. I have been getting a lot back into gaming. I also watched.
We watched something we didn't talk about yet.
What?
We watched the Injustice movie.
Oh, we did. Which
You said change stuff from the comics.
they changed a lot of stuff. First of all, it ended almost immediately, which does not happen. The comics span they go by year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. So you have 5 years of like the premise is basically, Superman becomes a dictator of the world after the Joker forces him to kill Lois and his unborn child.
He doesn't force him; he tricks him.
Well,
He
tricks him, yeah.
into it.
He tricks him into it, and then Superman kills the Joker, and then falls into darkness. So the comics span 5 years of that stuff. Then you get the first. Then you get Injustice: Gods Among Us, which was the PS3 game. Yeah, PS3 game. Then Injustice: Gods 2, which is PS4. And then after those 2 games, you got a comic which was Superman versus the Masters of the Universe, which ended like everything. The movie took elements from year 1.
The comics were made after the video games.
Yeah, after the first
video games came first.
Well, just the first game. The first game came first,
Yes.
then the comics started. And then so they only took elements from year 1. And they did certain things the same and other things they completely changed. Like adding Amazo. Amazo wasn't in the comics at all. So, and then, it ended, like, you could say, like, it only spanned either, like, a few weeks or a few months in the movie. Like, it did not take, like, a full year. So, but I don't know. Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I enjoyed it, but yeah, just
I mean, Superman's my favorite character. So,
Yeah.
or my favorite hero. So like it sucks seeing him like that, but at the same time it's like I empathize with it. Like I understand why he's doing what he's doing. It's like if you have all that power, why not just be like no one's allowed to do any bad shit anymore. Obviously he takes it too far.
Well, but then I like the conversation, and this happens. I can't remember if he has this conversation with Mr. Terrific or somebody else, but this conversation happens in the comics and in the movie. In the movie, it's with Mr. Terrific, and Superman is playing chess with him, and he's basically trying to convince Mr. Terrific to be on his side. So, Mr. Terrific is basically like, I think Superman talked about him like helping him with the technology to get rid of all guns. I think originally they just start small, like in the U.S. or maybe it might be worldwide. And Mr. Terrific says like, no, I'm not going to help you with or no, he goes like, okay, so then lock up all smokers. And Superman's like, what? He's like, smoking kills more people, every year than guns do. So if you're trying to save lives, do this. Then he was like, then start putting away everyone who like litters or all these other things just to make sure like if you're helping people and you're gonna like get rid of their free will essentially, it's just like you have to do this, and by the end of the game, Mr. Terrific puts him in checkmate, and Superman looks up at him and he's like, "You're not gonna help me, are you?" He's like, "No," and then he gets locked up. So I mean, like, so that's where kind of sometimes it turns into like you can empathize with the way that Superman might feel in the moment after being tricked into doing something, but like then it just turns into, you know, like if that's what we like sometimes the like the smallest little leap from like what we have to like a quote unquote perfect utopia is just doing some horrible ass shit in between. And then you're just like, now we're here. And if we just don't think about all the gross and disgusting things we have to do to get here, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, in, there's that movie, can't think of it name right now. The main character's name is Snake Plissken. He's played by
by Kurt Russell. Yeah. I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, they put all the criminals on an island, and then they're just like, you guys kill each other, do whatever you want. They're like, the rest of society that isn't fucking breaking all these laws is gonna live over here.
And he's trying to like, they tell him he's trying to save, I think, like the president's daughter.
No, there's like a dirty bomb that they think is gonna get like set off. So like they sent him over there to like find it.
Oh yeah,
and whatever. And like I think they like poisoned him, and they're like, you have like 24 hours to freaking do this, otherwise you're gonna die. But yeah,
the old poison somebody to get a job done trick.
Yeah. Anyway,
but that's all we've been up to lately. Yeah. Diving more into the meaty potatoes of I don't know why I said it like that. Diving into the meat and potatoes of this episode. You know, continuing.
We're gonna talk about candy. Candy corn. It sucks. Fight me. It sucks. It's terrible.
What is it? I think I love the. You have the people who hate it, the people that love it, and then I love the in between of just like, I just like the white tip, and then I throw the rest away, and it's like, come on, man, just admit they're bad.
I'm pretty sure like the whole thing tastes the same.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. That there are people that are just like, no, I just like the white tip, and then I throw the rest away, and I'm like, it's just all bad. I don't think the flavors are separated by color.
Well, they're like, I eat like 18 white tips, and I throw the rest away. It's like you could just have three entire pieces of candy corn. That would be the same as having 18 white tips.
Oh man.
It's just gross. Candy corn. Actually, for the fact, candy canes also suck. Who the fuck wants a stick of peppermint?
Oh, okay. I was about to say, first of all, peppermint. I don't mind peppermint candy, but yeah, I guess when it's like a whole ass, like a big one, like let me just suck on it for like a hot minute, and then I'm done with it.
Yeah, I want hot breath. Delicious.
I mean, but it's not just hot breath; it's minty freshness breath.
Yeah,
and do I detect a hint of minty freshness?
I don't want that either.
Oh, and you're a girl. Okay,
it just reminds me of Donald Glover's stand-up where he's like, this kid wasn't allowed to have candy except for peppermints, and he'd have like 15 peppermints in his mouth, and he'd be like, and his eyes would just be fucking watering and crying from his own fresh breath. Like, why? Yeah.
That's weird, because hot breath is like, usually people say like, dude, damn, you got hot breath because it smells bad. But then you also have hot breath when your breath smells good.
Yeah. If it's a lot.
Spearmint burns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyway.
We're not talking about candy.
We're really going to talk about is video game
bosses.
Yeah.
And
terrifying ones,
yeah,
to be exact.
Super terrifying ones. I think at the top of the list.
I just looked up a list, so I was just going to go through it and see if you can agree to disagree or agree, and then we can just add our own.
Let me know if Pyramid Head is on there.
Okay, so number 10, they have Grand Falloon from Castlevania, which looks like a giant brain, but it looks like it's made of a bunch of bodies.
Oh, so this is this from like Symphony of the Night? Oh,
yeah.
Got it first try, because there's a lot of Castlevania games. That's the one where you play as Alucard. But they said that one was terrifying?
Yes.
What is it? Does it look like super... First of all, aren't those games kind of like...
Yeah, it looks like that. But it's like a bunch of bodies that looks like a brain.
Like a bunch of bodies. I wouldn't say that one was that terrifying, though. It's like, I think it's kind of cool. As you do damage to it, like pieces of it like fall off and it gets like a little creepier, but I'm not going to say like it was terrifying.
Number 9 is the Dragon God from Demon Souls. I mean, it looks
Oh, the remake?
scary, but it's not actually scary.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all actually scary.
I kind of want to see what this looked like in PS3 form.
I mean, they still had it was more or less the same thing. It was just not as super high def, and the animations were like obviously very, very touched up. Like it looked way better in the remake than it does in the original. But I mean, it was basically still the same kind of layout format, But yeah,
Number 8 is the matriarch from Evil Within 2.
See, that is something that I would consider creepy. The first two, I don't think so. And I didn't even play that one. You played.
Yes, I've played.
Don't you run into her a lot throughout the game? And you have to
No, not that one. That thing is also terrifying, but that's not a boss.
Oh, okay. It's not a boss?
No. That's just the thing that will murder you.
Okay. Good to know.
Number 7 is Nemesis from Resi 3.
Nemesis is terrifying in Resi 3 from my understanding, specifically because he shows up in like random parts of the map and you can't kill him until because he's the final boss. So you just have to like run away from him constantly.
Yeah.
And like Resi, and like you can shoot him to kind of like stun him or make it easier to get past him. But yeah, it gets hella annoying, especially like when you're just like trying to backtrack to get, because a lot of Resident Evil games are usually like, oh, you got this item, now you can backtrack and get it here. So when you backtrack and you're just trying to like run through and you're like, I already took care of all the enemies, and then all of a sudden like Nemesis face just pops up. I'm pretty sure it's probably more terrifying in the remake where it looks a lot better.
Number 6 is Death Claws from Fallout, which I haven't played Fallout.
Oh,
but it looks creepy.
Yeah, those things are pretty creepy. Grotesque. That is creepy.
Number 5 is the Human Reaper from Mass Effect 2, which I haven't played. It was like a robot.
Oh, that thing is, I think it's like the final boss. It's like ginormous.
How is this number 4? Number 4 is Frostbite Spiders from Skyrim.
What?
I mean, maybe in VR they're terrifying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they're giant.
What enemies did you have to fight when you tried VR before you got dizzy?
I just fought. It's just the beginning, so I just fought like the guys escaping from in the sewers.
Were you standing up when you were playing?
I was sitting down.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you feel like that changed anything for you?
Nope.
Like
I still got motion sickness.
Okay.
Number 3, the Wendigos from Until Dawn.
They're creepy, but like a fear factor. I don't know. They're just like, it's just like, I don't know. Well, I was gonna say it's just like a bunch of tall Slendermans, but that sounds horrifying. These things are not wearing suits; they're just naked.
Number 2 is Lisa from PT Demo. That's that game that never got released. That was like, it was like gonna be made by Guillermo del Toro, the director, and like Hideo Kojima. No, that's Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It was Guillermo del Toro and somebody else. I don't know. But there was a demo for the longest time. It doesn't exist anymore. And you can't play even the demo. Number 1 is, do you want to take any guesses?
Pyramid Head?
No.
It's not Pyramid Head?
No.
Who is it?
The Xenomorph from Alien Isolation.
Okay. I guess I can give it.
I feel like there's scarier monsters. First of all, in Evil Within, in the first Evil Within, you fight like a Pyramid Head-esque guy who's the dude that has the safe on his head, who can just appear where there's a safe on the ground. He just grows out of the safe. And
wait, that happens?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And he follows you around with this big, giant, like, hammer.
Big, meaty claws.
And he wears like an apron. It's like Leatherface, except for his head is inside of a safe. And he has this big giant hammer.
It's not Leatherface, it's Safe Face.
Safe Face. That sounds like a good guy. Come here. Come with me if you want to live. I'm safe.
Safe Face.
I'm Safe Face.
I didn't know that he grows out of the ground.
I am Pencilhead. And I am son of Pencilhead. We
erase crime. So I'm assuming, are there safes that just sounds like a mimic. Like, are there safes that you can open in the game?
No, not that. It's like a. type of safe. Not
I think it would have been better
like a key
if the
safe.
mechanics was just like,
Hey, you open a safe with a key, and then he's like, surprise!
yeah, he just grows from that. Okay,
No.
I didn't know that.
Also, in that first one, there's that spider bitch who's like, she's got like 6 arms, and she just crawls around, and her hair dangles down in front of her face, and the only way to kill her is fire. And when the part where you have to kill her, you just have to keep running around, and she's just following you, and you have to like turn on the gas and then turn on the fire right before she walks in front of it, so like it'll light her on fire. Because if you turn it on too soon, then she'll just turn around and go around, and if you turn it on too late, then obviously she just gets through.
Yeah. But it's not like there's been a couple. This is a mechanic I feel like is like reoccurring in certain games, especially with enemies that like die to fire, where you like run into like one of those like furnace rooms where like you're supposed to like, oh, I hit the button for the doors to close, and you got to run around in a circle to get out and lead the monster in, and then it closes, and then they get burned alive while they're in there. So I feel like that happens.
Like they're scarier. Like I think the Baker family is scarier than some of the monsters that you were talking about.
Yeah, especially the mom is horrifying.
Like the dad or whatever, he's just chasing you around the house. That guy's terrifying, even though even though he just looks like a human until start
the end
burning him and shit.
Yeah, at the end of the game, you fight him I think 4 times. There's one of the you fight him in like the basement, and I think he grabs.
You end up like killing him with the chainsaw at the end.
Yeah, you like in that fight you like cut him in like I think half, like diagonally, like through the chest, and then he still comes back at the end too, and then he becomes like some giant grotesque monster. On like I feel like he like absorbs the inside of like whatever shed you're in, and you're just like attacking like all these weak points on like some of his like limbs that are helping him stand up.
Yeah, but anyway, Pyramid Head, yes, that's a terrifying monster.
I mean, there's that famous scene that everyone always talks about where you just see like Pyramid Head like just ramming like a corpse. I don't even remember if they're like
with his head.
No, it looks like they're just like banging or something like that. But I think it's like a corpse, and it's just Pyramid. And Pyramid Head's just creepy in general. And then like they
in the movie, have you seen the
Silent Hill movies? God no. That's the nightmare.
He grabs this woman, and he grabs her, and then he rips her skin off of her body, like all of it, not just a piece. He just grabs her, and then he's like. And separates the skin from the body, and then throws the body, which is now just muscle tissue.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Didn't I hear that like he ends up like saving the main character at the end though or something in Silent Hill? Like he ends up fighting against like another monster in the movie.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't know. I haven't seen those movies.
What other ones?
First of all,
other ones
did you ever play Dead Space?
No.
How did those not end up on? Like,
because I think we were talking about bosses.
Well, there's a huge.
Actually, is Pyramid Head even a boss? Because I think.
Yeah, you eventually. I think you do have to fight him. Like I think it is a boss, or he is a boss. Dead Space. First of all, it's got the enemies that just straight up you'll just walk by like a vent and they just fucking shoot out. I think the Xenomorph is kind of cheat, like a cheat, because like you have so many movies of the Xenomorphs first before we like ever get like Alien Isolation.
There's new Alien game where now you're like a space marine or a guardian.
Or a guardian, yeah.
Oh, that's called a callback. And like now you have guns, so you can actually like fight them off. It's not just like, oh, I gotta run away.
Well, there was a game before where it's like you could play as like, you know, a human.
No, that was like Predator, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, you could play as a human, a predator, or an alien. I thought you could play as like all three.
No, well, this one's like just about like hunting xenomorphs.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know. Is there I'm trying to think of like other.
Well,
I don't know. Some of these
didn't
didn't seem as they're like
no. Oh, but like I was saying,
scary.
like in Dead Space, they eventually get like some giant freaking like berserker. Oh, you know what one is terrifying in the newest Resident Evil. I think, didn't you watch me do this? I went into like a dollhouse, and when you enter
that slug baby.
Yes. Oh my God, that thing is horrifying. You enter this house, and for whatever reason, you lose all of your equipment, and then you just have to like it's just basically like a puzzle like level.
And then you have to like find a doll and you have to like keep stabbing it with scissors.
Yeah, at the very end, the like boss is just like there's dolls like everywhere, and then you just have to find the one specific doll and stab. But like if you take too long, eventually the other dolls start to like fucking like cut at you and shit like that.
Scissor you? Oh, I think that means something different.
Yeah. So, that slug baby is horrifying. And
it looks kind of cute. Then it just goes,
dude, that is what, yes.
whole.
Oh my god. Oh god.
But it cries like a baby as it's chasing you around the house.
Yeah, and there's I think like there's twice where you have to like, or maybe it's just the first time you see it, you lead it into a room and then hide under a bed and it just comes in. I don't know. Those like it's the same thing. Why like I find like creepy little girls like when they do that in like video games.
I just hate when they won't let you fight in games.
Like when you hear like it makes literal baby noises like it goes in or whatever, and then you just
that game Outlast, is that the one where you have the video camera?
Yes.
It was like Outlast and Outlast 2, right? Isn't that those are games?
Isn't that the one where you're like I think like a lot of people, I think you see a lot of videos where people are like hiding in the like locker and then you get like found by whatever serial killer or murderer is.
Yeah, it is Outlast. All you have is a video camera. And like you use the video camera, you can like put it in like when it's completely dark, you can put it in like night vision mode, but like you have to conserve the battery, so you have to like use it, turn it off, use it, turn it off. And yeah, there's like
serial killers that
are after you or whatever.
I'm trying to think of more horrifying, like things that like really
the little girl in Fear.
Yes.
I never played that, but I know you did.
It was the thing about that is,
wasn't it like a first person shooter?
Yes, it's a first person shooter, and the thing is like you don't fight like supernatural enemies. You're fighting like other humans, like so like all the fights are, you're using guns and stuff. But then like you'll go and ride in an elevator and the light will flicker. She'll be right next to you and then it'll flicker again and she's gone. And
it's like Call of Duty, but there's a ghost also.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. It's not even a ghost though, too. At the end, like she ends up like turning into some like demented monster. I think you have to like run away from her, kind of shoot her. I don't know. That ended up having 3 games, I'm pretty sure.
But you only played the first one?
I only played the first one and I was like, no mas, no more, thank you. I'm good. I had my fill.
But you played the Resi games. The Resi games seem way scarier than that one.
The Resi games don't have creepy little girls. They do have those creepy little dolls in the newest one, which I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah, but like Mia, she's
because
scary.
From
7?
Yeah, but you don't see flashes of Mia. I think you always see backstory. And then Resi 7 had one of the coolest concepts I think ever, which is you run into her so many times, but you don't know it. Because they end up calling like Mia grandma.
Run into her at the very beginning.
She's in a wheelchair as it looks like an old decrepit woman, and it turns out that this is the final boss. It's been Mia the whole time. You just didn't know it. I think because she's there when you're being like, when you originally get caught in the Baker home, you're like strapped to a chair, and she's there while they're all like eating this disgusting like dinner as like a family, and then you just see her in like random parts as like you're running around. I remember there's like a room that you go in like while I was exploring like the upper floors.
Did you ever try to like hit her?
I think I did like try shooting or whatever, and it didn't do anything. And then at the very end, I think you're like in the attic. And then they're just
you're in the attic?
Yeah.
Addicted to what?
No, you're in the attic of the house.
Attic. It sounds like you're saying addict.
Oh. You're in the attic.
See, you did it again.
You're in the attic. Attic.
Yeah. ATTIC. Look on your shirt. It's all attic.
So, but she's in the wheelchair and then like just turns into like the giant like monster that you end up fighting at the end.
You ever seen a bat?
Yeah, I don't really know that I know that I can say that.
What about like in non-horror games, just like creepy bosses in like non-horror games?
I don't know. I don't know that they like. I feel like that's usually specific for like grotesque horror games. Is you want to make grotesque horror bosses to really creep out because that's who you're trying to pull. I think most of the other time you're trying to make like badass bosses to like fight.
Badass.
I would say Dark Souls 2, what is it called? The big fat blob, like with the giant mouth. The covetous one.
Oh, wait, is that the
In Dark Souls 2.
is that the no? Which
It's like
one?
the freaking.
Which one is the one that has like a dragon head? It comes up from you. There's like a mage that if you don't kill during the fight, that mage will shoot spells at you. You like walk out, and when you walk through the fog and you start the fight, you see like a dragon head, and then you see the boss like crawl up, and when it like lifts up,
that's
the ribs
that's
are like
the
open.
gaping. That's the gaping dragon.
Yeah, that one's fucked up.
That one's super creepy. Yeah, and it has the tiniest little head too.
Yes, that tiny little head, tiny little Hitlers.
Yeah, that one's super creepy too. One that's like kind of creepy, but I thought was a really cool design was Aldrich. I think it was called like Aldrich, the old one. That like one that like will shoot an arrow into the air, and then you get shot by like a rain of arrows.
Yes. That has like the tail.
Yeah, it has the tail. That one was a creepy one, but I thought that one was really cool.
Nah, I would say, shit, I just lost it. Oh, no, from Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's all creepy too.
The
old one. The one that's made of all the body parts?
No. That one is, but no, that's not the one. I was gonna say the amygdala.
Oh, the amygdala's
When you finally see the ones that are up on the walls that you weren't able to see until you like got your insight up, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're just everywhere.
Like, yeah. And then you have to fight it. Yeah.
Yeah, the boss.
Yes. Terrible.
Terrifying. No, that's all I'm thinking about. Donald Glover. Tiny little Hitlers. I don't even remember. Was that in the show or his stand-up?
No, that's a stand-up.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's about it. This one's a little short at the end, guys. I hope you enjoyed the costumes, though.
Yeah. I'm going to harness my Pikachu power. Pikachu!
I don't have any Emperor Cusco power to harness.
Yeah, but you can say something.
Yeah. Boom, baby.
There you go.
I think it'd be cool if I just randomly throughout the episode transformed into a llama. Yeah, I'm a llama again.
All right, guys. Well, merch, as always, in the store. Go check it out. Buy something.
That'll also be linked along with the trailer that we talked about.
Help
for this episode.
support the podcast. Help support your boys.
Support just by sharing or liking too, guys.
Share it. Please share the shit out of it. We really, really appreciate it if you let other people know about the podcast that they might find interesting or not. But where can I find you, Tito?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BanditoTito93, guys. DM me, at me, whatever you guys want. Talk to me about anything nerdy. Love to hear from you guys.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me at
if you want to page me, that's okay.
Pops.maniac as well as nerdy.bros.inc on Instagram. You guys can message me there. Let us know what you guys like about the show, dislike about the show, or something that you'd like to see us talk about on the show. We'd really appreciate it. But that's going to be it for this week, guys.
Yeah, guys. Have a happy Halloween. Okay, boy.